Welcome back to the Baltimore Orioles franchise on MLB the Show. I'm your host, longtime listener. Be sure to drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and comment below. The Orioles are traveling to Miami in interleague play to take on the Nationals. It's a National League rules game here, so there will not be a DH. It's going to be Edward Cabrera on the hill for the Marlins, the young right-hander with tons of upside. They really expect big things from this kid, but so far this season, he has struggled. The whip is sitting up around 1.7. Starting things off, it's Austin Hayes, a 7-pitch at bat, but he pops one up on the infield, handled for the first out, and now we'll take a look at the Orioles lineup in this one, as it was Hayes leading off, then Jorge Colon still struggling to get that average up, and Corey Seager, Rafael Devers, Montcastle at first, Santander at right, Rutschman catching, Bobby Witt Jr. at short, and Syndergaard on the hill for them. He'll bat ninth in the pitcher's slot. Then it's with two-way. Corey Seager just rolls over one that was down the way there. And it's a 1-2-3 first for Cabrera. And we now get a look at the numbers for Noah Syndergaard this season, as his ERA is sitting at 2.76. Not that bad, but it's up from where it was just a few short weeks ago, with the whip still at 1.04. He has been outstanding for them this year. 8-6 record across 16 starts, as he has not gotten a lot of run support in some of the starts that he has had. Next batter, first batter takes one up the middle. Nice play by Bobby Witt Jr. Fires that over to first. That's one away, and now we'll take a look at the Marlins lineup, as it's Isan Diaz leading off playing shortstop, then Gamel, Brian Anderson, Anthony Rizzo, and J.J. Bleday anchoring the middle of that lineup. Jesus Sanchez in center, Hager at second, Chad Wallach catching, and then Cabrera will bat ninth. Next batter is Ben Gamel, takes one into the left center field gap. It's a long run for Colon to get to it. Here comes the throw. Gamel's going to try for three and is just ahead of the throw. Might have been out there, but they did not take another look at it. And it's a one-out triple for Gamel. Then Brian Anderson lifts one into right. Santander looked like he had a chance to maybe get a nice running start into that one, but kind of misplays it. Then the throw comes in late and up the line. Gamel scores. It's a sacrifice fly. And the Marlins lead 1-0 here early in this one. Next batter, Anthony Rizzo. 3-0 pitch is low for ball 4. And it's a 2-out walk, and Syndergaard now at 19 pitches in the first inning. Then it's J.J. Bleday. He works a 3-1 count, then rips one to short right at Bobby Witt Jr., fortunately, and that'll end the inning. But a rough start for Syndergaard there, and the Marlins lead it 1-0. Now on to the second with one away. It's Montcastle up the middle. That ball hit well, and the Orioles have their first base runner of the ball game, as it's a one-out single for Montcastle. Then it's Santander, rips one down the right field line. That's fair. He's going to turn and head for second. As the throw came in, they were maybe he could see where the cutoff man had been lined up to go home with it. And so he wisely advances to second. So now second and third for Adley Rutschman. That ball into center field just past the reach of Diaz, and Santander going to be able to score. It is a 2-run double for Rutschman, and the Orioles take the lead right back, now 2-1 after the two-run double from the catcher. Then it's Bobby Witt Jr. He went 4 for 4 in his last game, and then gets jammed on this one, makes it 5 for his last 5. Rutschman comes in to score just ahead of the throw, and Witt advances to second on the throw to the plate. So now 3-1, and with two-way, it's Austin Hayes. That ball is outside for ball 4, and that's going to make it first and second with 2 down. And Jorge Colon with a chance. That ball was hit well, but right at the second baseman, reaches up for it, and that'll end the inning. But the Orioles strike for 3, and they take a 3-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the second. Syndergaard back to work. It's Sanchez, ground ball to the right side under the glove of Montcastle at first and into right field. It goes down as an error, and then it's Syndergaard here with in the next at bat. Gets one in the dirt, Sanchez tries to advance, but Rutschman recovers and throws him out. And then with one away here, he's going to get the swinging strikeout there, his first K of the ball game, and they would not score in the inning. Now on to the top of the third with 2 away. It's Montcastle. That ball handled at second by Diaz. Nice scoop by Rizzo, and that ends the inning. Now a look at the Marlins offenses. They have been just atrocious. You see those ranks in the majors, nothing better than 28th across the board in all of the pretty much major categories for the offensive statistics. So they are not very potent on the offensive side of the ball game. Syndergaard now back to work here in the third, gets the strikeout there. Another one to end the inning. That's Gamel, who tripled last time. No such luck this time, and we go to the fourth, but a recording error on my part. Apologies. The Orioles scored 3 runs in the fourth, including a 2-run homer from Austin Hayes, and here we are in the fifth. It's Corey Seager leading things off, lifts one into center field. That would be handled for the first out of the inning. But with the score 6-1, Edward Cabrera out of the ball game. You see his numbers there: 4 innings, 6 hits, 6 earned runs, 2 walks, struck out 1. So a rough day for the young righty, and he's going to get an early shower in this one. Now Rafael Devers couldn't hold up on that one. He's down on strikes for the second out of the inning, as it's Tyler Wells now in the ball game for the Marlins. Now we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's Syndergaard back to work, gets a ground ball there with 2 away, routine for Bobby Witt Jr. And it's 6-1 after 5 innings, and now the Marlins going to turn to Cole Winn out of the bullpen. You see there his ERA pushing 7. So the Marlins not only not having a lot of success offensively this year, but their pitching has not been very good either. And here it's going to be a strikeout there. Cole Winn gets a good start there, gets Anthony Santander swinging, and Adley Rutschman swinging. So back-to-back strikeouts for Winn. And it's Bobby Witt Jr. with 2 away, back up the middle. He got a hit in his second at bat. That one right there makes him 3 for 3, and now 7 for his last 7. Then it's Noah Syndergaard with 2 outs, continues to rally and takes that one fair inside the third base line. And now Bobby Witt Jr. comes around to score to make it 7-1 on the RBI double from the pitcher. So Cole Winn strikes out a couple of guys to start the inning, and then still manages to give up a run with the 8 and 9 hitters due up. And Austin Hayes hits one hard, but that's handled on the short hop for the final out of the inning. But the Orioles extend their lead, make it 7-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Ben Gamel, close pitch there. Syndergaard does not get the call, and it's a leadoff walk, so a chance for the Marlins to maybe get back in this thing. Ryan Anderson gets a hanger there, takes it into right center field. That ball going to go all the way to the wall. Gamel will come around to score. That's going to make it 7-2. Still nobody out. They've got a runner on second. So an opportunity here as they try and claw back into this thing. It's Anthony Rizzo, ground ball to the right side. So Anderson will advance to third, now just 90 feet away with 1 out. And then it's J.J. Bleday back up the middle. Bobby Witt Jr. gets the out at first, but the run comes in to score and makes it 7-3. So don't count the Marlins out yet. As now 2 away, it's Jesus Sanchez couldn't hold up. He's down on strikes. That will end the inning. But the Marlins get 2. It's now 7-3 after 6 innings here in Miami. Just 4 hits allowed from Syndergaard to this point, but they've got 3 runs out of it. There's Jorge Colon starting things off in the 7th, base hit to right. Then it's Corey Seager. Takes one into left. This ball is hit well. Back goes Gamel. He can't get to it. It bounces over his head and over the wall. It's an RBI ground rule double as Jorge Colon had stolen second to get into scoring position there. And then the ground rule double brings him in to score, makes it 8-3. Now the Marlins going to turn to Jordan Holloway. Another scary-looking ERA there at 5.67. So the right-hander has had a little bit of a rough go of it so far this season, pretty much like the rest of his colleagues. And now with 2 away in the 7th, I guess Holloway must have got out of the inning, so apologies for the recording glitch there. I guess it's early in the morning and I need some coffee, but nonetheless, Syndergaard gets through 7. The lead's still intact, and it's now Anthony Kay coming on, the left-hander, also an atrocious ERA, sitting above 6.5. Elias Diaz into the ball game, gets a base hit into center field, starts things off with a base runner for the Orioles. That would bring up Bobby Witt Jr. 3 for 3, make it 4 for 4, and 8 for his last 8, as the young shortstop is starting to swing the bat extremely well. I mean, obviously the 8 for 8 stretch is something, but he's got that average up to the 250s now, and that's pretty much where we were hoping we would get him for the season, so we'll see if he can kind of keep it going. Next batter, Clay Hopkins. So Syndergaard out of the game. Hopkins gets jammed on an 0-2 pitch, but flares one into left. It gets down, and now the bases are loaded with nobody out. Austin Hayes up the middle. That's going to be a double play. A run will come in to score, but they'll trade the run for the 2 outs, and it's now 9-3 as Diaz would come in to score on that one. Then it's Jake Shiner down on strikes to end the inning, and it's 9-3 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. We go now to the bottom of the 9th. Keegan Aiken on in some mop-up time, and he is going to get the final out of the ball game. The Orioles win this one comfortably. It's a 9-3 final. Syndergaard picks up the win, his 9th of the season. Bobby Witt Jr., a heck of a game, going 4 for 4 for the second game in a row, and the Marlins' struggles continue. So Bobby Witt Jr. gets player of the game honors, 4 hits, including a double and an RBI. Noah Syndergaard, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 walks. He struck out 7 and gave up 3 earned. And then Cabrera, you saw his numbers earlier, picks up the loss as his rough season continues, as he gave up 6 hits and 2 walks across just 4 innings. We'll take a look at the box score here. It is 13 hits and 2 walks for the Orioles. They only struck out 5 times, so they were putting the ball in play with a lot of success. Nobody had more than 1 hit except for Bobby Witt Jr., who collected 4 of them on the day. He got a stolen base from Cologne, which was his 16th on the season. An error from Montcastle, his 7th, which is not good when you're playing first base. Syndergaard picks up his 9th win of the year. Gorman pitched a strong 8th, and then Aiken finished things out in the 9th. The Marlins just 6 hits and 2 walks on the day. They struck out 7 times. A 3-hit day for Brian Anderson. All of the hits came from the 2, 3, 4, and 5 hitters for them. So that's how they managed to get those 3 runs, is that they packed those hits into a short stint there in the lineup. The bullpen did a pretty decent job, with the exception of Cole Winn, who came in, pitched, gets 2 strikeouts, and then allowed the Orioles to rally and get the RBI double from Syndergaard. And then he came out to start the next inning and struggled, and then they pulled him. But nonetheless, that team is a wreck, and they lose this one 9-3 in Miami. Now, before we go to the next game, a trade here as Xander Bogaerts is heading to Milwaukee, as the Red Sox are going to get relief pitcher Devin Williams and starter Bowden Francis, the young right-hander, I believe he is, as the Red Sox are sellers at this point. They are at the bottom of the American League East, just way out of contention. As you can see here, they are 38-49, and they are trying now to go ahead and start rebuilding for the future. So noteworthy development there, as we now go back out to Camden Yards, and it's going to be Pablo Navarro on the hill for the Orioles facing the Red Sox. He has been really good for them this season, with the whip sitting at 1.04, but the ERA at 4 tells you that when he gets into trouble, he's not getting out of it, but he's rarely getting into trouble, at least. And if he can keep that ERA around 4 for the entire season, we'll take it. But with a whip of 1.04, we'd like to see that ERA come down just a hair. First batter flares one into right, routine for Anthony Santander. And now we take a look at the Red Sox lineup in this one, as it's Rick Thomas playing short, leading off, and Brian Reynolds. You got to think Jose Altuve is going to be a trade piece. Then Sano, Dickerson, J.D. Martinez, Tellez in the middle. Tristan Casas playing third base, and then Kevin Mendoza will catch and bat ninth. 3-1 pitch to Brian Reynolds is a fastball he takes up the middle and into center field. So the Red Sox have the first base runner of the ball game on the 1-out single from Reynolds. Then it's Miguel Sano with 2 away. Had a hanging slider there, but just missed it. And Witt flips to second just in time to get the final out of the inning. Now we take a look at the Red Sox starter. It's Zach Davies. His ERA sitting at 4.85 and a whip of 1.52 across 17 starts. He is 6-9 on the season. Starting things off is Austin Hayes. He grounds one back up the middle, and that's handled for the first out. Now we'll take a look at the Orioles lineup. Hayes leading off, and he's starting to pull off a little bit. Jorge Colon starting to swing the bat a little bit. Then Corey Seager, Rafael Devers, Mountcastle, Mancini. The same lineup as usual for when there's a right-hander on the bump. You see Rafael Devers still swinging the bat well for the Orioles. Now with one away, a 3-1 pitch to Jorge Colon. He's staying hot. That ball is into the right field corner for a one-out double. So a runner in scoring position now with Corey Seager and Rafael Devers on tap. Seager would move him up to third, and then Devers on a 1-2 pitch gets a changeup that was down, but takes it up the middle, and he continues to terrorize his former team, as that is going to be the first run of the ball game on the RBI single. Makes it 1-0. Then Mountcastle gets jammed. That's handled at short for the final out of the inning, but the Orioles lead 1-0 thanks to the RBI single from Rafael Devers. Now on to the second. It's Navarro back to work. One away in the inning. JD Martinez finds the hole through the left side and into left field for a base hit, as the veteran right-hander continues to swing the bat well this late in his career. Next batter hits one off of Navarro. Devers couldn't handle it on the bare hand. Bobby Witt Jr. tries to make the play, but it's just late, and it's going to be an infield single. Then it's Tristan Casas, swing and a miss on a nice changeup down and away. That's the second out and the first K for Navarro, and that brings up Kevin Mendoza. Flair into left, a long run, and he cannot get there. That's going to get down, and Martinez will come in to score, and we are tied at 1. So tough break there, as that ball was not hit very well, but it does get down. Now on to the second. It's Trey Mancini hits that ball well through the right side, and it's a leadoff single. So he's starting to swing the bat well again a little bit. Now two-way in the inning. Bobby Witt Jr. grounds to short. That's going to end it, and we are tied at 1 after 2. Now we get a look at the Orioles' pitching stats for the season. They are third in ERA, second in WHIP, second in on opponent's average, fifth in homers allowed, sixth in walks. Those are all outstanding. The 24th in strikeouts is a little bit of a concern, but when the other categories are that good, it's not that big of a deal. Now one away in the inning, that ball hit well and into right field, and it's a one-out single. Then it's Miguel Sano, takes one just over the glove of Devers at third, and that's going to make it first and third. One out in the inning, and Navarro in trouble. Alex Dickerson caught looking there. That is going to be strike 3 and a big one, as that's the second out of the inning, and Navarro now 1 out away. He's going to walk JD Martinez, just missed there. That was a splitter that was up, so a definite miss in location, but Rowdy Tellez down on strikes. We just talked about their inability to get strikeouts, but there they get 2 big ones and escape a bases loaded jam. But 6 hits allowed through 3 innings for Navarro and a walk, so he's going to have to try and figure it out a little bit. But nonetheless, we go on to the bottom of the third. Jorge Colon, another base hit there as he takes it up the middle with 1 away. Then Corey Seager, a 4-pitch walk. That'll make it first and second. Still 1 away. And Rafael Devers would would fly out. Then it's Ryan Mountcastle, could not hold up on the cutter, moving away off the plate, and that'll end the inning. Now we go to the 4th. Another strikeout there. That was Tristan Casas down on strikes, make it 4 Ks for Navarro. Then Rick Thomas with 2 away. Flares one into right. That ball is going to get down for a base hit, and the inning will continue. You see Navarro at 77 pitches already. Now Brian Reynolds takes one into left. That's going to get down. First and second, 2-way. Now 84 pitches in the 4th inning. And then it's Jose Altuve. Hit that ball well, but right at Corey Seager for the final out of the inning. But pitch count definitely a factor for Pablo Navarro at this point. Anthony Santander with 1 away in the bottom of the 4th takes it into center field through the shift for a 1-out single. And it's Adley Rutschman. They put him in motion on a 3-2 pitch. Rutschman connects, drives it into left field. That gets down. And Santander would have to hold at second. So first and second, one away. Bobby Witt Jr. ground ball to the right side. Altuve is going to go to first with it. That's going to be the second out, but the inning will continue for Austin Hayes. He gets a hanger, smokes one into center field, but right at Brian Reynolds and caught for the final out of the inning. Tough break there as we stay tied at 1 after 4. Part of the order due up for the Red Sox, and Grayson Rodriguez going to come on here in just the 5th inning and take over, looking to give the Orioles some extended relief work here, as his ERA is just above 3 for the year. 2 out in the inning, he walks J.D. Martinez, and usually not a big deal to have a 2-out walk, but when you throw a two-seamer right down the middle to the next batter, and he takes it deep and gone, that walk becomes a problem. And now it is 3-1. Rowdy Tellez, his 11th of the year, 414 feet. And that is not what the Orioles wanted to see from Grayson Rodriguez. Now 2 outs in the inning. Next batter, that ball into right center field. That's going to get into the gap, and it's going to be a double. So the inning will continue. Now a runner in scoring position is Grayson Rodriguez. 2 quick outs, and now all of a sudden he's struggling to get out of the inning. Kevin Mendoza ground ball back up the middle. Witt is going to get to that one and end the threat, but not before the Orioles see their lead, see the tie disappear, and the Red Sox now lead it 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 5th, as they are swinging the bat well. 10 hits through 5 innings for the Red Sox so far in this one. And that was a long break between innings. Now Jorge Colon, make it 3 for 3, my man, back up the middle again, and he is on with a single to start off the inning. And now Corey Seager, Devers due up. They're going to put Colon in motion on a 2-1 pitch. It's a strike, but he does steal second here. Now he's into scoring position with his 19th stolen base of the season. Devers and Seager couldn't get him in, but Ryan Mountcastle gets one under the glove of Casas into left field. And it's now 3-2. Colon comes in to score. And that was a hit for those who keep track at home. That is Trey Mancini, 3-1 pitch. Is just off the plate down the way for ball 4. Makes it first and second now, 2 down for Anthony Santander. And that's going to do it for Zach Davies, as Rojas going to come and get him and turn to a right-hander out of the bullpen. It's going to be Jeffrey Rodriguez, the ERA at 6.25 as his tough season continues. We faced him a few times in the series earlier this season and absolutely shelled him. So we'll see if that success continues. 3-0 pitch is low for ball 4. So 4 pitches, 4 balls, and he walks at Anthony Santander to load the bases. Now it's 3-0. And Rutschman swings on a 3-0 pitch. Now, granted, that was a fastball right down the middle, but when the pitcher has thrown 7 straight balls, you got to be taken, especially with the bases loaded. They only get 1 in the inning on the RBI single from Mountcastle, but it's 3-2. Now on to the 6th. It's Altuve caught looking. That's strike 3, and that would end the inning. So a good inning of work there from Grayson Rodriguez. Now on to the bottom of the 6th. Austin Hayes down on strikes, so Jeffrey Rodriguez trying to get settled in. He's going to get Jorge Colon as well. First time he was retired, and this time it's on a strikeout. And after 6, it's 3-2. Rodriguez stays out there in the 7th. He's going to get a swing and strike out here. Rutschman sends it down to first to end the inning, and now 3 innings of work out of Rodriguez. Just that 2-run homer is the big blemish so far. Now Jay Groom on in relief. The lefty has been pretty good for the Red Sox this season. ERA sitting at 3.26. He's got a 6-1 record in 39 appearances so far. With 1 away, it's Rafael Devers down. It's into left field, and they had the shift on, and that gets all the way to the wall. So it's a 1-out double. And an opportunity now for the Orioles with the 5-6 hitters coming up. The Red Sox are going to turn to Matt Barnes here. I believe this is now with 2 outs in the inning, as his ERA is 8.72, a 1-6 record. Trey Mancini, though, down on strikes to end the inning, could not stay back on the curve, and that is a huge out there to get out of the inning. Now on to the 8th, Devin Williams on in relief, as it's just going to be a parade of Red Sox relief pitchers throughout the end of this ball game. Is now it's Adley Rutschman with 1 away, draws a walk. Bobby Witt Jr. due up, 2-0 pitch to him is grounded to third. They were playing for the double play, and they are gonna get it as they just get Bobby Witt Jr. on the tail end of that 5-4-3 double play. Now on to the ninth. It's Tyler Alexander, the left-hander. See his numbers so far this year. He's been okay for them in that closing role. 24 saves and 27 appearances. And with a lefty on the hill, the Orioles will return to the bench. They go to Clay Hopkins, who has swung the bat well for them so far this year. 0-1 pitch to him is hit deep to right field. It's back to the wall, and it is going to be caught running into the wall. A tough play there, but he makes the grab, and that's a big first out. Now the Orioles turn to Jahmai Jones. He has not been very good for them this year, but he's going to get a good pitch to hit here, 2-1. Hits it hard, but right at the shortstop. Tough break there. That's the second out of the inning, and the Red Sox now just 1 out away. But it's Corey Seager's turn. He gets a cutter left over the plate, but got it off the end of the bat. Reynolds there to handle it, and it's a 3-2 victory for the Red Sox, as this was sort of a back-and-forth affair, but when they took the lead 3-1, it was enough, as the Orioles unable to come back and regain the lead in this one. So take a look at some of the statistics. Jeffrey Rodriguez got the win, going an inning and a third, striking out a pair. Grayson Rodriguez gets the loss. He went 3 innings. He gave up that 2-run homer, but other than that, pitched okay in this one. Rowdy Tellez hit that 2-run homer, was 2 for 4 on the day, and gets player of the game honors for the Red Sox. We'll take a look at the box score, as the Red Sox collected 11 hits in this one, along with 2 walks, only struck out 6 times. The only player in the lineup that did not have a hit was Dickerson, batting 5th in the order. Davies did not pitch all that well, but managed to limit the damage to just 2 runs. And then the bullpen came in and did a lights-out job, only giving up 1 hit and 2 walks across the remaining 4 1/3. And they needed 5 different pitchers to do it, but they got the job done, with Rodriguez getting the win, holds for Groom, Barnes, and Williams, and then Alexander with his 25th save of the year. The Red Sox had 9 hits and 4 walks, but 3 of the hits were Cologne, and then the guys after him just weren't able to get him in for the most part. Devers did have the RBI that drove in the first run of the game, but then after that, they just kind of struggled to get some runs, and they fall in this one. You see Rodriguez get saddled with the loss. Gorman and Lakins came in late and pitched well in the 8th and 9th innings, but you can't score, you can't win, and the Red Sox take this one 3-2 in Baltimore. That'll do it for this one. If you have not done so already, please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we'll see y'all next time.